Well, hello, this is Rishal, and welcome to my channel. I have so enjoyed this Genesis study, and I feel like I've learned so much, and so much of the imagery is in my head because of being able to put that picture to the words, even if it isn't always a picture, but it is maybe like you lettering it in a specific way. Um, just that visual image attaches to what you've read and it stays in your memory much longer. And I find I had a comment on my YouTube video before that says that it just speaks to your heart, the art part of it, or the part that you are creative expressing, creatively interacting with. That part, it connects with your heart, and I find that it makes my heart glad because I can remember the word. Reading the Bible doesn't feel like a chore. Um, I am seeing all these things because I obviously don't want to just look at one little feel good verse, but I really want to get the context of what God is saying throughout, the good and the bad kind of things, sorting me out and encouraging me. The discipline that is in being a disciple of Jesus. I'm just loving every second of it. And so there, after spending 2 minutes discussing how much I'm enjoying Genesis, let's talk about what's happening on screen. I got some Faber-Castell acrylic paints, and so I'm just trying them out. I have seen Andri from Painted Lemons, and you can watch her Instagram page for her lettering challenge. She participated in Move the Mountains lettering challenge for January, and I just absolutely loved how she took this piece in her illustrating Bible and just beautifully lettered and illustrated in so many different ways. And so I took the blues and like a mauve color just to create that sort of ombre effect. I'll have to learn how to do that so that it's smooth. I kind of get how to do that with gelatos and watercolors to a certain degree, but it was a bit more challenging with the acrylics where you could see the brush strokes, but I'll get it figured out. And then I'm taking the Faber-Castell Pit Artist pens. There is a white in South Africa. Can we just all get excited together about that? And I took those and I just drew what in my head would be a bow and arrow. At first I drew the down line thinking that a bow has a straight down line, but then I remembered if it's always at the ready, if it's being used, it's drawn in like a triangle. So I just use that straight down line to make an arrow on top of an arrow, and that's just the way it is. And so what I want to show you here is how stunning this white Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen in a brush nib is to do some stamping with. It actually, you could see the color like liquid on the stamp. These are a set of, I think it's Kelly Bangs creative stamps, and they're meant to help you actually learn how to brush letter by tracing it. So I wasn't too fussed that my stamping wasn't perfect. I was going to go over it with the white with the white Faber-Castell pen to practice those strokes. And so I'm taking some time just to stamp out the sentiment, or the title of this page is His Bow is Always Steady. And so this is the blessing. We're still speaking of Israel, Jacob, blessing his children who are the 12 tribes of Israel. And this is specifically the blessing on Jacob's life. Goodness gracious, Joseph's life. And he speaks of, even though he's being attacked from all sides, that his bow will always be steady, and that his strong arm will be made agile. And oh my goodness, don't I just need that? When it feels like the fight is fierce around you, to know that your bow will be steady, and to know that your already strong arm will be made agile. What a blessing. And if you think that this blessing was only over Joseph, I need to remind you that it says that we are children of the faith. We are children of Abraham. And if children of Abraham, then we are children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which means that the blessings that were over them continue into the generations, and that they are blessings over us. Oh my goodness. That was just such a revelation to me today. So I took some white acrylic paint, just scribbled it on my acrylic block, and added a lot of water and did some white splatters. And then I'm going to be journaling my thoughts on this passage, on that wide open space, that white space right there. Firstly, I saw that it had this piece in that said that his salvation will come to us. And I really appreciated that. And then also read where Jacob asks Joseph where to bury him, and how Joseph then asks Pharaoh to go to fulfill his father's wishes to bury him. So that's also on this page, and it's very rich in what it has to say. But specifically today, I wanted to thank the Lord that his promises, his blessings over Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob are also the blessing over me and my children and my life. And I actually am praying that for my children, that their bow will always be steady and their already strong arm will be made agile. I want to thank you for joining me. Hit the bell notification button so that you are notified of future video uploads. And then I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.